right?
Yeah, you want some?
Just cut me a little sliver. A little bigger. A little bigger. What are you afraid you're gonna run out? Cut me a real piece.
All right, you get the whole thing, the whole Jeff Roberts Morning Smilecast. It's a Wednesday, 7th day of January. We shall begin at the beginning with Thanksgiving 365. What are we thankful for? I'm thankful for a scary UPS driver. Well, there was that delivery knock on the door yesterday. Open the door and the cat, as he's been wanting to do lately, dashes through the open door, and it's impossible to get him back in the house. However, as he dashes through the open door, he sees the UPS guy, turns around, and dashes right back in. Thankful for a scary UPS driver.
Now, straight from the hidden vault at a secret location somewhere on Roberts Ranch in Buna, Texas, it's time to activate the Jeff Roberts Morning Smile Wayback Machine.
To catapult you through time.
This is the Wayback Machine for traveling through time.
Where are we going today, Mr. Peabody?
Up, down, forwards, backwards, sideways.
Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear.
Now, looks like we have some birthdays of note, and all of them actors. Butterfly McQueen, born on this date in 1911. Nicolas Cage, born in 1964. And Dustin Diamond in 1977. They all had iconic lines. I'll let you figure out who's who.
We've got to have a doctor. I don't know nothing about birthing babies.
Okay, look, the city's flying. We're fighting an army of robots. And I have a bow and arrow.
Okay, guys and gals, here's the last dance. Make it magic, or the Screech Man takes you home.
Rebecca St. James comes from quite an iconic family herself. And in 2000, she told us not to worry. On the Jeff Roberts Morning Smile Wayback Machine. Rebecca St. James, don't worry. We'll give you the song and a great testimony story from Rebecca, if you will follow the links below. Time now for Daily Wisdom from Jeff's calendar. If you will turn the page to the 7th, here's what we read. There are two ways to live. As though nothing is a miracle, or as though everything is a miracle.
This is the fullest I've ever been in my life. I'm stuffed to the gills, dude. If I have one more bite of food, dude, I might explode.
You couldn't pay me any amount of money to take another bite.
Yeah, but there's always room for dessert. And scientists say so. Hey, even after a big meal, science explains a separate stomach theory.
You said you were full.
Not for dessert.
You know that feeling of room for dessert? It just reflects on how the stomach and the brain respond differently to sweets after a meal. Dessert flips on this reward system. Now, anatomically speaking, there is no extra compartment, yet there's this sensation of still having space for dessert. And this sensation is widespread enough to deserve a scientific explanation.
The thing that gives you room for dessert is called sensory-specific satiety. Satiety?
Satiety. It's one of those words.
It all has to do with the brain's mesolimbic dopamine system. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you what, you can listen to the scientist, or you can just take the advice of a 6-year-old.
So, the middle part of my stomach is the dinner compartment, and this part is the candy and ice cream, like desserts. So, that's how it works.
Yes, man does not live on ho-hos and ding-dongs alone. Which brings us to one to grow on, found in Matthew 7:15. Watch out for false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inward they are ferocious wolves. Get out there, make it the bestest Wednesday ever, and we'll see you next time. The Jeff Roberts Morning Smilecast.
I'm never eating again.